Hello and welcome back to Lone Wolf. So what do we get? Another one of those bloody potions that I don't use. Silver necklace. Admittedly, it's now nice to have, 3 of those potions on hand? The Drakkar lies dead at your feet, his last rattling breath echoing miserably in the confines of this small chamber. The walls are now streaked with foul blood, and the stone beneath too smooth to climb with ease, and now too slick even to attempt. Are you alive down there? Leandra's hesitant voice calls down from above. You see her peering through the hole made by the Gorguts that rather unceremoniously dumped you here. Despite your aches and pains, you offer her a reassurance. Well, that was unexpected, but I'm still standing. It's a shame you were not disposed to help me. You were not the only one engaged in a fight, my lord. More geeks came this way. They tried to seize me, but my crossbow put paid to their plan. You cannot help but recall the enemy's attempt to kidnap Leandra in the sunken forest. You did not know the reason at that time, but now you think about her connection to the prototype. It sends a shiver down your spine. For now you can only hope to be relieved at the outcome of the fight. So what do we do now? I have to admit I don't like the thought of going it alone up here. The anxiety in Leandra's voice is unmistakable. Wherever we are headed, we should stay together. Jump, and I will catch you. That's most chivalrous of you, but I think you'd best stand clear. I can't handle this myself. Leandra pauses for a moment as she looks for a safe landing spot, and then she jumps down with remarkable agility and grace, hitting the rocky ground nearby and rolling to a halt with little difficulty. You are impressed by Leandra's athletic accomplishment, and the girl acknowledges this with an unashamedly smug grin. Leandra is still smiling as together you enter the narrow passageway that leads away from the chamber, disappears into darkness ahead. The tunnel floor has been worn smooth by the passing centuries, and in several places it turns back on itself and becomes much narrower. You and Leandra can both make it through these narrow sections, but not with ease. At least we don't have to worry about Gorguts here, Leandra says, offering a little levity to alleviate the strain of following this difficult, twisted route. At length, the narrow tunnel emerges into the side of a small cavern that is illuminated by a shimmering blue light. Wary of what may await here, you crouch down at the edge of the passage opening and survey the scene below. Quickly, you realize that the eerie light is being shed by dozens of blue crystals that are clustered all about the chamber, and these clusters vary greatly in size. The floor of this iridescent chamber lies several feet below the opening to the passage, and the walls are sheer, and you are considering how best to proceed when Leandra points at something below. Look, she whispers, there's someone down there. Leandra is correct. In the cerulean glow, you make out the shape of a human male. He's leaning against one of the larger crystal clusters. He's not a Drakkar, of that I'm certain, you say. But then how did he get here in the first place? Then you hear a voice that resonates from a different part of the chamber, and you realize there is more than one person here. Their words are muffled. There is no mistaking their strong, summer-lending accent. Well, there's only one sure way to find out who they are, you say. We'll have to go down into the chamber and make their acquaintance firsthand. I'll go down first. You stay here. Cover me with the crossbow. I think I'm going to use my sixth sense. It's not let me down yet. Although you do not sense any immediate danger, you take a moment to focus upon the chamber below and the 2 humans who occupy it. You can detect no hostility coming from them, but there is a strange aura which fills this chamber. The men are unarmed. They are clad in summer-lending clothes, but their garments are so worn out that it is a wonder that they are still holding together at all. Most striking is the state of the men themselves, for they are almost as thin and threadbare as their clothing. Slaves, something of that ilk? It appears they have been here for some considerable time. There is no obvious way the men can have sustained themselves from this chamber. There is no fresh water, no obvious source of food or nutrition. Your instincts tell you that the explanation for their survival is tied to the clusters of glowing blue crystals that illuminate this forlorn place. Both men are imbued with an energy that radiates from the crystal clusters. Whoever these men are, clearly they pose no threat to you and your companion. Confident in this knowledge, you signal Leandra to holster her crossbow and follow you into the chamber. The moment Leandra gets close to them, she gasps in surprise. Van? Gun? Is that really you? She moves over to them, reaching out to touch them with a baffled look on your face. It really is you! You're alive! You stay close to her, just in case you were wrong about the men being safe, but your caution is unnecessary. They tremble a little more, wary but willing to speak. "It is. Who are you?" the younger one asked timidly. "Do you not remember me, Gunn? We used to play with Data. Then you left for that expedition so many years ago. We thought you had died." The man she called Gunn stares at her blankly. "You... Leandra? Leandra, take me away! Take me away from the light! Shut it off, please!" Instinctively, your hand reaches for your weapon, but Gunn just falls down to his knees and holds his head in his hand. The other man comes between Leandra and Gunn, shaking his head with melancholy, and he sighs heavily. "Everyone else from that expedition was lost, Leandra. Gunn and I were the only two survivors of this place. We only made it because we came here, and the doors had sealed shut behind us." As he speaks, Van gestures to the room's only real feature, an ancient stone door covered in Chianti markings. "Once it closed, we were trapped in here. We were wounded, starving, close to death. We thought we would pass away soon, but somehow we've not. Eventually we lost the count of time," he adds ruefully, "and poor Gunn has lost his mind as well." "You've been here this whole time?" Leandra asks, her voice incredulous. "How have you survived without food and water? Who tended your wounds?" "This room keeps us alive somehow," Van answers. "We've not been hungry or thirsty since we got here. Our wounds healed too, just vanishing over time. We're safe here, but I have asked myself so many times if we should be grateful for that." "This place is a prison," shouts Gunn. "We've tried so hard to open that blasted door, but there's no way. I thought you would come to rescue us. Now you're as trapped as we. If I had known it was you, I would have shouted, warned you somehow. I'm so sorry." Gunn turns his head as if seeing you for the first time. "But who is this man, Leandra? Is he from Rockstone as well?" "I am Lone Wolf, Fael of Freyland, and I will do everything in my power to open this door somehow and see you both home. You have my word." Van bows slightly, unsure about how to behave in your presence. You wave his concerns off, telling them that he does not need to worry over formalities now. Your common goal is to find a way to leave this place. Meanwhile, Leandra is taking care of Gunn, who seems to have calmed down a bit. He's still once again, and she addresses Van. "Oh, I'm dreadfully sorry." "And you have been alone down here this whole time?" Van nods. "Lately, there have been noises past the door, but no one has ever approached from the way you two arrived." He looks back at the shanty door, shivering again. "Whoever is out there has tried to blast their way in several times. Considering you know what is out there waiting for you, this news does not come as a surprise. Have you heard anything else, Van?" "Just whatever keeps beating on the door is one of many. Sometimes we hear whole groups moving outside. It seems they've given up now. It's been some days since we last heard them try and ram the door." "What can you tell me about this door?" you ask Van. "It looks to be our only way out." His grave expression does not offer you much room for hope, but you still need to know everything he does. "Once it closed behind us, we never got it to budge again. It weighs far too much for us to move, even working together with what few tools we had. There's some kind of hole in the stone, though, an intentional gap. Gunn has tried many times to put his hand into the opening, looking for a mechanism or a lock, but each time all he got was a nasty sprain." Gunn sighs, sounding defeated. "And each time the blue light healed me, but we remained trapped all the same." Until you examine the door yourself, and you feel instantly relieved when you recognize the same geometric patterns that you saw in the old hot spring mine. What's more, your shanty cube starts vibrating inside the core Millennium bag. Perhaps not all is lost. "This artifact may be the key to opening this door, something you lacked," you tell Van, "but using it may be dangerous. Keep your distance while I put myself to work." Van is euphoric, and he runs back to Leandra and Gunn as quickly as his worn-out bones will allow. Once he relays your words, Gunn looks at you with expectation. In his eyes you see something that you suspect had not been there for a very long time. A glimmer of hope. Poor bastards. Sorry, I don't know why I'm yawning quite so much at the moment. Right. There we go. That was quite straightforward. I didn't even have to use 6th sense to figure it out. And by figure it out, I mean tell me what the solution was, because I'm an idiot a lot of the time. It takes some effort, but solving the riddle of the cube yields a great reward. The door that has trapped Van and Gunn in this chamber for years finally opens, and with a low grinding noise, the immense stone slab splits and slides away, revealing a dark tunnel beyond. I had resigned myself to stay here forever. You are truly a gift by Ishar, Freyel. Van exclaims exultedly. If you could just clear us a path to the surface, I can get us back to Rockstar, and you can have whatever you want from the supplies we have left. He gestures to a set of camp satchels. In fact, as long as I'm still here, I can help you myself. Whatever your gear needs might be, if I am able. Go on ahead, Leandra says quietly, as she glances at the two explorers. Till the path is clear, they are not safe alone, and they would only slow you down. She pats her crossbow, gives you a confident look. I will be alright here. Be quick. Make sure you get back in one piece. You take the leave of the villagers and step out of the chamber, heading into the darkness beyond. Okay, so we need to go this way. But we also want to talk to the merchant, yes, because I have stuff. Stuff that needs upgrading. Like some swanky new blades. Okay, sell that cleaver. Sell that necklace. Sell the adjudicator. I can sell those throwing knives. Sell those throwing knives. Sell those throwing knives. God, I have a lot of throwing knives on me at the moment, don't I? Sell aspirin. It's a good sword, but served its purpose. I can sell that because I'm not going to use it. And I'm barely using any of these, so I might as well sell the extra one in my pack. Right, so... Raiding the backpack, what do I need? Finest leather, full grain leather, king's leather. I don't think I need to upgrade my backpack at the moment. I'd rather start with the swords. Two hardened steel, one finest leather. That's a really good crossbow. Finest crossbow bolts. I think I could do with some more of those. What was I needed? Was it hardest steel? It was something like hardest steel and finest leather, wasn't it? Yeah, 2 hardened steel and 1 finest leather. Okay. Dexterity and extra crit. 2 Bronin, 3 full grain leather, and 2 teak. That's 2 Bronin. 2 teak, wasn't it? And 2 full grain leather. Burning through my gold. Oh, I needed 1 more full grain leather, dang. I'll probably only upgrade it to level 2 rather than level 3, and then I'll spend the rest of my money on crossbow bolts, I think. Yeah, because I need hardened Bronin, Desi Walnut. So I think I'm just going to buy... Yeah, because that stuff's quite... How much of it do I need? 1 hardened Bronin, 2 Desi Walnut. Oh, screw it, I can afford it. I'm going to end up regretting this when I run out of crossbow bolts mid-fight, aren't I? But on the plus side, I now have a really swanky main sword. God, that was pricey. Still, can't put a price on really damn good swords. I'm going to sell my bread because I don't need it. I haven't been using it. I haven't been using those either. Might as well sell that pouch that I'm not using. Okay, so let's buy some fresh bolts. Okay, so how many have I got? I've got 1 tainted bolt. Let's make sure I've got at least 3. I can afford 5 of those, plus 2 more tainted bolts. That's basically all my money, but that means I've now got 5 and 5, which is, you know, basically what I need as a bare minimum, I think. Some of the tougher fights. Right, let's head on. Basically all my money gone, but on the plus side, significantly modified my main sword. It's a pretty good sword too, so... The shadowy tunnel leads you to a wide, well-lit junction of passages, and for some time you find no sign of Geeks or Dracarine. No sooner do you think this, than a noise makes you stop in your tracks. You hold back, and duck behind the cover of a natural column of rock, warned by the sound of approaching footsteps. Up ahead, a small patrol is passing through the junction. Their dark armour and bestial features are brightly lit in the shuddering flames of their torches, though they are not heading your way. These tunnels are like a maze. If you do not take them out now, they are likely to just circle around and surprise you later. Shadows dance all around them, on the smooth stone walls. You may have the element of surprise here, but you will surely lose it if you do not act quickly. Okay, don't have that. Take advantage of the element of surprise. You stay behind your cover until a patrol has moved just out of sight. This lets you approach them completely unseen and get behind them after they pass the junction. Though it does mean letting them move farther away. You still have the skill needed to approach them silently. Under the cover of stealth, you reach the patrol and catch them completely unawares. Okay, let's hit these guys with everything we've got. Lead with the strongest attack I have. And strike. Good. Okay, that one is badly wounded. I'm going to focus everything I've got on this guy, though. For the simple reason that... bollocks, I'm really low on endurance. I've got plenty of endurance potions, I might as well use one. Hit this guy for everything I can. I don't want to risk him summoning reinforcements. And I'm going to kill him. So I don't think I've got enough even for a quick strike. No, so I'm going to kill him with a crossbow bolt to the face. And he's down. Good. He's not going to be summoning reinforcements anytime soon. And now I can... Nope. I'm just going to turtle up. Oh boy. Okay. That's not too bad. Turtle. Bring it. Why do these guys keep getting all their sodding health potions? Yeah, because I'll be honest, I can't see these guys being into alchemy enough to make themselves some health potions. Or am I just making assumptions? Okay, kill this one quickly. Quick attack. Dead. Super dead. Ooh, nice parry. Most of my stamina gone. Yeah, I've got enough to get away with that. Hit him with the disabling attack. I've noticed you don't seem to master your secondary weapon skills. Watch a bit croaky there for a second. Okay. I am going to let him live and give myself a chance to regenerate. Because his ability to attack me there is limited. Yeah. That was a good kill. That was worth it. Yep, that was a good fight, went well. It's only when the honking great lizard gits turn up that I'm in real trouble at the moment. As long as it doesn't get to the point later where I'm taking on 3 or 4 of them at once. Ah, so meat soup. Meat soup's good. Through the tunnels are a labyrinth of caves, most of them dead ends or caved in. You manage to eventually find one that angles slightly upwards. The wind in this tunnel smells fresher than any other, and the scent of a distant forest carried along its breeze. This is the way up and out, the passage that will lead Van and Gunn to freedom. You would like to scout a bit further ahead, but you suddenly feel dizzy. You have to lean on the wall to catch your breath. After taking a few steps back the way you came, you feel instantly better. Upon setting off for the cave, however, you realize that your own trail has been discovered. The blazing light of a torch is approaching fast and is too close now to avoid. You're walking straight into a well-placed ambush. Bugger. That's annoying. Still, I'm going into it with a lot of health. Not quite as much mana as I would have liked, but enough. Oh, hell. Flaming weapons? Are you kidding me? How come I don't get flaming weapons? I'm the bloody hero. Jesus, they do a lot of damage. Oh, and I don't have enough mana for that strike, do I? 1950. Oh well. Just have to settle for this one. Still a pretty good attack. It's not as good, but with what you have. Flaming weapons thing's a problem. Do I have enough to summon my wolf buddy? Yep. Means I'm just going to have to hit this bastard with everything I've got and hope it's enough. Okay, that was enough. Good. That will get me enough mana to recall in my wolf buddy. Mr. Wolf, kinda need your help. You're a loyal and faithful ally. Ooh, bleed, nice. Damn it. Okay, I want you to rend him. Should reduce his ability to attack significantly. And now I want you to huddle up and go defensive. Hey, he's getting a lot of bleed damage done to him on this fight. Almost bugged that up. That was a bit unfortunate. Okay, I should be able to kill him with one good strike. That was probably overkill and could have got the job done with a heavy strike. Okay. Need now, because it's not going to work against him now. Okay, endurance is shockingly low, so I'm going to... No, I can't even pop an endurance potion. Should I poison him? Now this fight's going okay, so I don't think I need to use poison. Watch, I'll say that and I'll get killed immediately on this turn. Okay, my wolf's about to patter off, but that's fine because that means I can cast a healing spell very quickly. Dang it. Didn't cast it in time. Okay then. Healing spell. I want as much stamina as I can get for this string of attacks. So let's start by going for his legs. Prevent him from dodging, because I'm assuming that's got to reduce his dodging ability if he's stunned like that. Wounded and dropped. Nice. This is what you get when you try to ambush me. Sorry, I shouldn't do the evil laugh when I'm playing a good guy. The evil laugh's just fun. Incidentally, anybody see the thing that Codemasters put on their Twitter account recently? You make an arch with the player. Cripples all enemies. Ooh, that could be useful. Yes, Codemasters have strongly hinted that they might be making another Overlord game, which I'm quite happy about. Because I actually quite like the other Overlord games. They've got their problems, but they're kind of fun. You know, and I would love to see them do another one, preferably where they can iron out all of the kinks. Through dexterity into intelligence. I could do with extra strength, to be honest, at the moment. So I'm not going to deny that. Okay, any fresh potions? No. Can I put... No, I can't put my meat soup on there. And I don't think there's much point in drinking at the moment, is there? No. But I will have some of my endurance mushrooms. Because why not? Because eating cave mushrooms is never bad. Oh no, wait, the other thing. Usually bad. That's the thing I was... Sorry, anyway. The last of your enemies lies dead at your feet, broken and bleeding out. You have made it, but you have something new to worry about. What you had assumed to be a torch was actually a Drakkar blade, coated in some kind of oil and then set ablaze. This is the first time you've seen something like this. May well be a new tactic devised by the warlord of Vatang. All things considered, he has proven himself to be a cunning and resourceful foe. You would do well not to underestimate him. Regardless, your thoughts now go to Van and Gun. They have been trapped down here for years and freedom is close at hand. You clean your steel and head back, eager to see them freed at last. It's always tricky setting swords on fire, because as a general rule of thumb, you can do it exactly once, and then the blade is ruined forever. You know, maybe if you're lucky and it's, you know, some sort of magic super sword, you can get away with it, but yeah, most of the time you completely ruined your sword. Though you had some concern that the door to the crystal chamber might close behind you, that fear was unfounded. The massive shanty barrier is still wide open, the room still echoing the sound of familiar voices. The whole village just gone! Leandra's voice carries a little kindness as she answers. Only for now, Gun. Lone Wolf and I saved several others in the mines, and a few in the village hung on despite it all. Rockstar will be as good as new by summer. You will see. Van sighs. I do miss home. I miss those rafters with my family's names carved in them. I miss that iron swing on the porch your father built for my youngest. Gun, who has fully recovered from his attack of nerves, is now smiling happily at the older man. I also miss that bossy mother-in-law of yours. You're always complaining about her. Yes, but I'll never admit I said that. Van's levity fades after a moment's silence. I just cannot help but be a little scared of leaving. I think about going through that door and I just seize up. I start shivering. I don't know why, but I feel afraid to go. Well, we cannot get you back soon enough for my liking, Leandra tells Van. This chamber, these crystals, there's just something about them that I do not trust. After what you have seen and what little Leandra has told you about her experience with them, you can understand what she means. Everything about these crystals has proven dangerous. Leandra, can I have a word with you? You ask, silently urging her to follow you to the other side of the room. Van and Gun have been surviving here with no food or water for years. You can see with your eyes they have changed. And I felt sick when I got too far. I am certain the nausea would have passed, but... You glance at the pale, thin men with worried eyes. I want us all to get out of this chamber, but I'm not sure they can leave it, Leandra. It might actually be dangerous for them. What are we waiting for? Gun shouts excitedly and sprints off towards the exit. All I've wanted for years is to get out of here. Feeling that the worst is about to happen, you instinctively make a run for the door, trying to catch Gun. He's too fast, however, and he slips your grasp. Eventually Gun barrels out of the door and into the hallway beyond. Gun only gets a few steps before he screams in pain, and all at once his already wizened body starts to age and decay. His hair begins to fall, his skin tightening as it dries. He staggers against the wall, arms and legs shivering, until little is left but grey flesh over brittle bone. No! Leandra screams from across the room, from across the chamber with Van. Lone Wolf, help him! Make your choice. Okay, he's incredibly brittle, so using telekinesis is probably a bad idea, so I'm going to trust in my sixth sense. It has not let me down yet. But we'll see what actually happens at the beginning of the next video. So, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next part.